Why is India's EV push scaring China? Why China wants a showdown in WTO and how it is going to affect India as well as its EV's policies. China has already filed a legal complaint in WTO against India and the EV subsidies that it gives. Behind this legal battle lies the understanding that India is already there to challenge the global manufacturing giants and the power shift dynamics that we need to understand. Hello everyone, welcome to Vajram and Ravi's Flash News. My name is Shubhangi Singh and let us begin with understanding what sort of complaint China has made in WTO. So when we are talking about this complaint itself, as I said, it is not just a legal battle, it is a symbolic shift in power that we are seeing, and China is kind of scared with how India is moving towards the EV market. So when we are talking about this WTO complaint, the main concern that China has is the fact that India is using unfair subsidies for electric vehicles and also electric batteries. अब इसमें चाइना ने दो पर्टिकुलर स्कीम्स को टारगेट किया है, पीएलआई इंसेंटिव स्कीम जो है उसको और ईवी पॉलिसीज जो है उनको, और चाइना का ये कहना है कि ये दोनों ही स्कीम्स जो है वो WTO द्वारा निर्धारित ट्रेड रूल्स को वॉयलेट करता है क्योंकि यहाँ पे फेवरिज्म दिया जा रहा है डोमेस्टिक प्रोडक्ट्स को. सो इन दिस सिनेरियो China is very clear that these two schemes are giving an unfair advantage in the domestic ground for Indian products, and China sees that as a violation of trade rules. Now this move by China simply highlights the fact that India's industrial push is now visible and there are manufacturing giants who are worried about this also. Now when we have understood what exactly has been the complaint, let us understand two important things related to WTO rules, which will give us a clear insight that why China can file this complaint. First is the national treatment obligation. So once a product is launched in the domestic market, after that there cannot be a distinction between the domestic product by the government and the imported product. That means there cannot be extra preference given to the domestic product. That is the national treatment obligation as per the WTO. However, in certain agreements there is a prohibited category also जिसमें specifically उन goods को आप favor नहीं कर सकते. So यहाँ पे WTO के रूल्स के हिसाब से अगर हम देखें तो यहाँ पे जब हम इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स की बात कर रहे हैं और इलेक्ट्रिक बैटरीज की बात कर रहे हैं, they have arrived in the market. In this context, it can be a ground for legal battle. But the main question here is, when China did it for their own selves and when they started with electric vehicles, similar practices were used, similar policy was used. But why China is being threatened now when India is doing the same? So we will be trying to understand all of this. Now the second thing, we will be trying to understand the WTO complaint in detail now that we have understood two main terms. So the complaint by China is about violating the national treatment obligation, where they are alleging that India is treating foreign firms differently and India is also using import substitution subsidies. That means they are trying to replace the import goods with local products, which is harming the global trade that should be carried out, global norms that are set by WTO itself. Apart from this, another important factor is that there are also talking about the targeted schemes for EVs. We have already discussed PLI. Second is FAME 2, which has been recently launched. FAME 1 was initially for EV adoption. So in this situation, China has zeroed in terms of policy, which policy are going against which WTO rules. So as per the rules laid out by WTO, if there is some complaint, the first stage is where consultations are called for. So if before filing for the full trade dispute, China has already called India for consultations and then it will file for a formal trade dispute. Now let us understand this in bit more detail, with starting that what exactly is India's industrial strategy. So if you talk about the industrial strategy, India has for very long focused on self-reliance, and in industrial sector we are moving towards self-reliance, especially in green manufacturing. And as of now, Production linked incentive schemes offer 50 to 13% incentives on incremental productions. There are certain targets set that Indian government has. For example, for 50 gigawatt battery capacity under ACC PLI. Other than that, 20 plus major global and Indian firms which have been onboarded. And if you look at the data by the government, that investments under PLI, they have been given between 29,500 crores, and that has resulted in creation of 45,000 plus jobs. So this puts a very positive picture in front of us, which shows that we'll not be only self-reliant, but we will also be emerging as powerhouse when we are talking about green manufacturing. And this brings me to the very clear understanding that why China is feeling threatened. China is feeling threatened because they have seen this success model, they have used this model already, where they have given subsidies, they have domestic value addition and export orientation, and they know that it will work, and this will work for India also. So in this scenario, because they recognize the success trajectory, they know that it might favor India, एंड यहाँ पे नुकसान किसका होगा? नुकसान जो है वो चाइना का होगा. तो चाइना के जितने भी बड़े बड़े ईवी जाइंट्स हैं, चाहे वो BYD हो, चाहे वो SIC हो, यहाँ पर इस वक्त उनके साथ इश्यूज चल रहे हैं, चाहे वो ओवर कैपेसिटी का हो, प्राइस वॉर्स का हो. और इस सिचुएशन में अगर इंडिया एज अ ग्लोबल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हब राइज करता है, तो यहाँ पे सबसे ज्यादा नुकसान जो देखने को मिलेगा वो चाइना को मिलेगा. और इस वक्त इंडिया सिर्फ प्रोडक्शन के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बहुत ब्राइट पॉइंट पे नहीं है, बल्कि एज अ मार्केट भी बहुत वेल सिचुएटेड है, बिकॉज इस वक्त इन वर्ल्ड की थर्ड लार्जेस्ट ऑटो मार्केट जो है वो इंडिया में ही है. सो बेसिकली जब इंडिया अपनी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करने लगेगी तो वो एक स्ट्रैटेजिक लॉस बनता जाएगा चाइना के लिए, क्योंकि इंडिया के पास प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी भी होगी, मार्केट भी होगी, और इंडिया का मार्केट फिर चाइना जो है वो कैप्चर नहीं कर पाएगा. और इसी बात से चाइना डर के यहाँ पर एक डिस्प्यूट क्रिएट कर रहा है WTO पे, क्योंकि अगर यहाँ पे रूलिंग जो है इंडिया के फेवर में नहीं आई तो यहाँ पर इंडिया को अपनी EV पॉलिसीज चेंज करनी पड़ सकती हैं, और इस चेंज की वजह से हमारे जो टारगेट्स हमने ले रखे हैं हो सकता है उनको फुलफिल करने में हमें थोड़ी कमी देखने को मिले. एंड दैट इज व्हाई वी आर गेटिंग टू सी दिस आयरनी कि जो चाइना ने ऑलरेडी किया हुआ है, जिसको एग्जीक्यूट किया हुआ है, उसी पर चाइना जो है क्वेश्चन उठा रहा है, क्योंकि चाइना का जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग राइज है वो भी सब्सिडीज पे हो, डोमेस्टिक वैल्यू एडिशन पे, चाहे वो चीप लैंड या क्रेडिट देना हो, और एक्सपोर्ट लेड प्रोडक्शन पे ही हुआ है. और इससे अगर हम इंडिया का कंपैरिजन करें तो इंडिया की सब्सिडीज जो है चाइना की सब्सिडीज से काफी छोटी हैं, रूल बेस्ड है, बट इसके बावजूद भी चाइना जो है इन्हें अनफेयर बुला रहा है. और ये कुछ और नहीं, चाइना का एक थ्रेटेंड सिचुएशन जो है हमें देखने को मिल रहा है. बट द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन दैट कम्स अराउंड इज दैट what are the strategic dimensions associated with it. ये हमारे लिए समझना जरूरी हो जाता है. So यहाँ पे चाइना का एंगल हमें समझ में आ रहा है. यहाँ पे चाइना wants to use WTO to break or at least stagnate India's rise and protect its own market. But when we are talking about WTO, as I said, if we lose the ruling not in our favor, then we might have to revise PLI rules. But it also has geopolitical angles, because India wants to become part of supply chain and India wants supply chain resilience as well. In this scenario, we want less dependence on China. अब चाइना पे अगर लेस डिपेंडेंस चाहिए तो यू हैव टू बिकम सेल्फ रिलायंट. आप ग्लोबल सप्लाई चेन एंटर करना चाहते हैं, बट अगर आप कुछ प्रोड्यूस नहीं कर रहे हो तो आप एंटर भी कैसे करेंगे? तो इन दिस सिचुएशन इंडिया हैज टू टैकल दिस. इंडिया के लिए सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम चाइना नहीं है, यहाँ पे वेस्टर्न मार्केट में बड़ी फर्म्स जैसे कि टेस्ला, विनफास्ट, सैमसंग, वो भी इस वक्त एक्सपेंशन की सोच रहे हैं. बट द गुड न्यूज हियर इज दैट दे आर आल्सो सीइंग इंडिया एज एन ऑल्टरनेटिव हब. बट इन दिस सिचुएशन ऑल्सो इंडिया नीड्स टू मेक श्योर दैट हमारी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जो है डोमेस्टिक हो, डोमेस्टिक फर्म्स रहे, क्योंकि जो ये पूरा आइडिया है आत्मनिर्भर भारत का, वोकल का फॉर लोकल का, वो तभी रियल टाइम इंप्लीमेंट हो पाएगा. Now that was all from my side. Let us just conclude on understanding that if India is on the right track. In this context, we have already seen data. I will just conclude with these lines that this particular complaint of China is not a criticism, rather it should be seen as a milestone, because this is showing that recognition in the world's eye of the fact that India's capabilities are growing. Whatever are the pros and cons, I've already explained you that. If you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. That was all from my side. Thank you so much.